Please tell us about what is happening regarding the Abacha loot.
The Abacha loot, you must admit, is something we inherited, and the latest Abacha loot, I think, is about $251 million that was released.
Million or billion?
Million dollars that was released. We agreed with the Swiss government that it must be used only for the social investment program. These are the four, programs: the school feeding program, the conditional cash transfer, the Empower. This is what the money is being used for, because the money that was released before was actually reluted. But today we have a program under the SIP, Social Investment Program, that feeds 8,500,000 students every day. 1 million a day.
Did you say you agreed with the Swiss government? Who are they to tell us what to do with our money?
What if we were stupid enough to steal our money and go and hide it there? They have a right to give conditions to release it. That was the condition they gave us. In the first instance, why will you go and keep the money with them? Why did the money leave Nigeria? You can't start asking them why they are giving us conditions. It's our money, it's true, but they said, because they said, look, and they said the first one we released, it was stolen again. So this one, before we release it, we are going to ensure that it's not stolen. Well, we put ourselves in that.
Okay, but the government did say that they were going to share the money among the poorest Nigerians at one time.
Huh?
And there was plenty of hue
That's
and cry.
exactly what I'm saying, my dear sister, that this money is being used for the SIP.
Okay.
The SIP, Social Investment Program, is made up of 4 components. Okay. One is the Empower, which employs unemployed graduates, and as today we have 200,000 of them who have been employed. The second is the home feeding program, which provides 1 meal a day.
School feeding
program, which provides a meal a day to students in public schools. And as of today, 8.5 million students, enjoy that facility every day. The third is the conditional cash transfer, where we spend 5,000 naira every month to the most vulnerable families in Nigeria. We have about 400,000 of them. And the fourth is the government enterprise and empowerment scheme, which again gives soft loans of 100,000 and to tradesmen, to business people. So that is actually the redistribution of Nigerian wealth. So that money is going to the poorest Nigerians.
Well, we saw a short documentary about the quality of the food being fed to these children, and it wasn't anything to write home about.
You see, what is the credibility of that video? You see, it's so sad that fake news has taken over so much. And I'm serious, that people can easily manipulate pictures and figures. You cannot be feeding 8,500,000 students a day centrally.
No, it's not possible.
This is done by the last calculations, about 62,000 schools all over Nigeria. And each locality will determine what is going to feed the children. And I can assure you that the quality of the food being given the pupils is hygienic, is nutritional. And the feedback is that it has increased school enrollment in many parts of the country. And no government in Africa does this what we are doing. 8,500,000 students, pupils every day. And for many of them, it's probably the only complete meal they're going to have for the day. I don't think we should, because some detractors be derailed in doing this.
No, we're not saying that it should not be done.
No, I'm just saying that it is not true.
It is commendable that some
I'm saying that
that
it's not true that the quality of that food is bad, because, like I said, it is locally sourced. It has provided employment for over 50,000 cooks, and it's within the locality. But if you genuinely really have problems with the quality of the food, please go and report to the authorities there. But it is not a reason to, to condemn a very laudable program.
But so how much have been spent so far on this feeding program?
I don't have the figure now, but it's quite considerable. I don't have the figure.
Considerable enough to take care of 8.5. As of 2007, December 2017, the federal government was said to have spent about 1.5 billion on feeding in Bauchi alone.
Well, as I said, I don't have the figure, but you see, if you are feeding 8.5 million people a day, even at 50 kobo, or even at say 50 naira a day, you know how that comes to. So if you say 1.7 billion, just how many students are there? I know that it's about 70 naira on average per meal. Yeah, because you don't forget it is being cooked, there's economy of scale involved. So whatever the figure is there, I can assure you that it's one of the most transparent programs that we have.
Okay. We're running out of time. So, quick one here. When is the president going to have a media chat?
Yeah, chat. I'll consult with my colleagues, Femi and Phil Garba. You can see that Mr. President, because Mr. President has been extremely busy. Yes, and yes, media chat is good. I'll consult with my colleagues and we'll get back to you.
How soon would that be? Because, I mean, it's almost 4 years. And he has not had time to talk with Nigerians to answer direct questions.
Like I said, we'll consult and get back to you.
If you were going to rate this government on a scale of 10, what would you score it?
Very unfair question. Very unfair question.
Without doing any comparison.
No, I said very unfair
Why
question.
Why is it unfair?
I said, well, because I'm a person interested.
Yes.
I think we should ask somebody else that. But I'm quite satisfied. And I'm proud to be a member of this government. Rather than give, 1 to 10, or, I will tell you that we have delivered on every promise. We said we were going to fight insecurity. We have fought insecurity to a standstill. Because people have forgotten that by 29th of May 2015, 24 local governments in the Northeast, 3 times the size of Lebanon, was under the effective occupation of Boko Haram. Our economy was not interacting when we came in. Today, we inherited about $23 billion in foreign reserve. Today, we have about $47 billion in foreign reserve.
Power.
Power, we inherited 2,690 megawatts of power. We have about 7,000 megawatts of power today.
All right.
But you did say that you'd fix it in 2 years.
I don't know, I didn't say that.
No, not you personally.
Okay. Thank you.
Not you.
But I've just told you, and I think the Minister of Power keeps saying that power anywhere in the world is incremental. And we have shown that in less than 2.5 years, less than 3 years, we've increased with more than 3,000
Thank you very much.
megawatts.
We've been speaking with the Honorable Minister of Information, Alhaji Lai Mohammed, who's been speaking about a wide-ranging issues with us. Thank you very much for coming out to the studio.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Having you here.